is going on? Woo!
Yeah.
Cloud Station TV 10th episode. What is going on, guys? Welcome,
What up?
everyone. We're at Cloud Station TV. We've been doing this now for 10 weeks. Can you believe it?
Whew. Wow.
So nice. So how's it going, JD and Ray, with me in the show?
Yeah.
Been playing nothing but games, man. I beat Resident Evil 8 on the PlayStation 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was man. If you guys haven't played Resident Evil 8 on the PlayStation 5, it's beautiful, guys. Just amazing game. Amazing game.
You like the guy in Game of Thrones? Where's the big woman?
Yeah. Oh, Lady D, man. Holy cow. But they had some other scary people, and I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but they had some other crazy beings in there. What's up, Paul? Oh my God,
Paul in the
Paul
building.
Oh, I didn't see him in the chat earlier, and I was like, man, come on, Paul, you got to show up.
And we got Rodella.
Yeah,
for sure.
Facts, Ray. So Vet is coming later. He had some prior engagements. Should be the last time that he's he'll come in later.
He's coming.
Yeah.
He's coming in late as usual.
He's coming in late and he's coming in hot. There you go.
In style.
Good evening, Jeff.
And we got Jeffy G in the chat.
What up?
Good evening, all. Where is Cloud Station TV Vet Gaming? That's a good one.
Oh, God.
So he's coming. He's getting prior engagements, but he'll be there later. Don't worry about that. We'll see him.
Yep.
So, JD, what's going on with you, man?
Man, look here. I've been enjoying some Final Fantasy 14 online. And what else have I been playing? I've just been checking out Battlefield 5, just downloading some of the PlayStation's Plus free games, things like that, checking those out. I did get a chance to play Enlisted, which is like Battlefield, basically, until Battlefield 6 gets here.
Yeah.
And I've just been enjoying my time in the PlayStation land.
Nice. That is good. What about you, Ray, other than hunting the big lady down?
Man, let me tell you, having the I think being a plus, I got Wreckfest, the PlayStation 5 version early because it's coming out in June. Oh my God. So I was doing the lawnmower demolition. You know, you're driving lawnmower cars and knocking into people, and then you get in the cars and stuff. Loving the graphics, loving that game. And then also playing some Outriders. And then, hey, tonight is the playoffs. I got my Warriors taking on the Lakers, so I've been playing a little bit of 2K21 NBA action, getting pumped up about the playoffs.
Nice. Yeah, man. Steph Curry out there killing it.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's awesome. As for myself, I just got a new platinum added to my collection this week. Well, today. It's not too big of an achievement. It's Batman from Telltale. It's pretty much a automatic platinum, but those are pretty fine games. I don't know if you guys played any Telltale games in the past.
I did one long time ago, and I think it was the
Walking Dead.
Yeah, the Walking Dead. I was doing it with my son and stuff, and that's probably. But there's a lot of them. And the illustrations and the stories are just amazing.
It's excellent games. It's really, I strongly recommend them. Walking Dead is a classic one. I think it's the game they started with. And then there's the Batman one. There's The Wolf Among Us, which is excellent. It's a fairy tale. Like you play as the big bad wolf, and like there's a Red Riding Hood, and there's a Beauty and the Beast in there, and all that. But all the more folklore style characters that you're dealing with, but they were living in today's world. There's a bunch of them that are junkies and all that. It's rough. I think it's 18 plus the game. It's got some pretty rough themes in it. But no, it's some excellent games. All the Telltale games, and sadly the studio had to close down eventually because they weren't selling as much. I think one of the reason is because of people like us who play these games on streams, and those games, if you watch somebody play, you're getting most of the experience. Like, yeah, the decision factors is big in the games, but it always ends up being the same result. But so a lot of people were just watching multiple streamers playing those games and not buying the games, and that pretty much killed the studio. But fun fact, there's another studio out there that saw them like shutting down and decided, like, you know what, I think we could use your talent on board. So they went and hired everyone in the team. That studio is called Larian, who just did Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
So now they're working on Baldur's Gate 3. They're still in early access, but it's the Telltale Studio is now at work on Baldur's Gate 3.
Nice.
Oh,
Still just gonna catch up with the chat.
Oh man, we got some all-stars.
Go Raptors, Toronto. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later, Jeff. So he's asking about Super Bomberman expanding. Very good news. We're gonna talk about it. It's already in the show plan.
Today,
you know we're gonna talk about it, man. It's the 10th episode.
Show today, man.
We got a lineup on the show. We got some stuff to talk about. It's big. Yeah, it's big. Tales from the Borderland is the best one in my opinion. I haven't tried this one. I should give it a try eventually.
I forgot about Tales from the Borderland, right?
It's
Borderland.
Yeah, that was really a popular one.
Yeah, it's like Handsome Jack's story. I think they explore a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is PlayStation coming to mobile? Is it? Again, that's something we're going to talk about in a moment. But spoiler alert. Ray said it. And studio close. I guess the PlayStation is they were multi-platform. It's not just PlayStation, Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey, get out of here with that.
Nothing. I just jump in the bed with a cup of tea. Oh, that's good, Paul.
Relax.
That's good. But Wolf Among Us is I really loved. If you guys haven't tried,
you know what? I think I'm gonna do Wolf Among Us because I love werewolf movies and werewolf stories. So
it's the way they tailored their story. It's heavy. You play through the story, and it's like you're feeling for the characters, and it's like, no, I can't talk about it without spoiling it, and it's an excellent story.
Something we gotta check out.
It's a very excellent story, and the art style is amazing, and it's just, I really loved it. In my opinion, it's one of their best, if not their best. Rodello with his Xbot comment as usual. Isn't PlayStation already on mobile? I'll play on my phone when I'm not at home. PlayStation Remote Play is.
Yes.
I'm talking PlayStation Cloud Gaming, not PlayStation Hybrid Cloud Gaming. Because Remote Play is hybrid cloud. So you got your console and it streams to your phone, but you still need a hardware, so it's not exactly in the cloud.
It's half the cloud. It's one half.
Yeah.
It's half.
But we want to talk about full cloud. Rodale, what's the smell? Is that you and the Xbox? Excellent. So, pretty much for myself, I covered the Telltale. Other than that, I tried Mass Effect.
How was that? How was it?
I already played them. It feels familiar. How can I put it? You know, when you think back on a game and you're like just imagining yourself playing it, it's like, oh man, that was such a great game. And then you go back into it, it's like, oh, that didn't age well. It shows that it's really old. Mass Effect is exactly that. It's exactly the game as you thought it was, without the disappointment of it being an old game that it didn't age well. they put it exactly as you would remember Mass Effect to be, but it's much better than it was because like the first one, for example, back then, like you were shooting with a sniper, was like going all over the place, and you'd shoot, and the sound would be like, boom, and it was really weird because it was more RPG mechanics they were trying to do, and they were trying to go sci-fi, like it wasn't actual bullets, but there's a lot of story in there. But they improved all the mechanics, they improved the graphics. It just feels really familiar, but it's awesome and it's real worth it. And it's a good deal. It's the price of a game, but you get 3 games in it. There is a possibility of 3 platinums in it. If you want to spend, you have to play each of them at least like minimum 3 times if you're following the roadmaps to get your platinum as fast as possible. But I've only played the first one up to now. I've played part of it and made it to the point where you get your Spectre approval and all that, and I'm not disappointed. It's really what they did up to now is really good. It's a good remaster, good overhaul of the game. Have you guys tried it, JD? Ray?
Yeah, I forgot that I had actually purchased it like 1 minute before it went live, and I was like, "Yep, let me tag."
I got this thing. I had to finish Resident Evil 8, which I just finished. I'm still trying to work on Outriders, so I still got a lot of games that I really need to get to, and this is 3 games. So I'm going because honestly, guys, I've never played 1, 2, and 3. I played the last one.
Andromeda?
Andromeda.
Yeah. And I never played 1,
Oh man.
2, and 3.
Man, let me tell you this, Ray. Let me tell you this. I got a hot take, and this is Rodella's going to be like, "What are you talking about?" Mass Effect Trilogy tells a better story than Halo when it comes to the mass relays and the flood.
Mass Effect Trilogy is a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Andromeda is a 7.5. Apparently they fixed it.
Right.
But when it came out, when I played it, because I also have that one on PS4, which I'll be able to play in the future.
Right.
Andromeda, when it came out, was 7.5 max out of 10. But the trilogy was 9.5 out of 10. It was such amazing games. The story is it's hard to describe. It's so good. And the characters, like you get your chemistry with the characters that you develop. It's the games that came before Dragon Age. I don't know if you played Dragon Age.
I got it sitting right here and haven't even played that either. See, see, that's the thing. I have a lot of games that I start and I don't finish.
I feel you.
I don't finish, and I know I gotta go back.
By the way, Ray, Paul brings a very good question. How are you feeling after your first shot?
Dude, as you can see, I got it wrote, man. I'm like, you're gonna be seeing me. Okay, so I got it. My first tattoo. That's what it feels like. My arm is like kind of like burning. My skin, when you get a tattoo and the skin kind of raises up and it's really sore, that's what it feels like. But I'm glad I haven't got any like chills or anything. But this is my first shot, so I think second shot I'll probably get the chills.
I'm getting my second one tomorrow morning.
Ooh,
the Moderna.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I got too.
Got the second one. I think this is like going on the second week. Man, let me tell you, my face. I thought I was getting cerebral palsy, man. Like my face started like so
yeah,
man, be careful out there.
Yeah.
At work, because I got it with work, they had us sitting through the briefing there where they talked to us about the effects and all that. The first one, they say like 1 to 3% about the people get some side effects that are noticeable. Other than that, it's just some mild headaches and bit of a sore arm and all that.
Nah, man.
My eye was swelling. My right eye was swelling up.
I had to stop my stream
like,
because my arm was so sore. I was like, you know what? I gotta stop.
But the second one is 7 to 10% of people that feel big side effects, like to get really tired, and there's like major headaches, and you're not functioning, and you have to go home. You get sick, 7 to 10%, but it's still worth it.
Yeah.
It's you get immunized, and you're not really in danger, except if you have a bad reaction.
Right.
But it's just that apparently it hits you hard, but it's still important to get it.
Yeah, we just had a breakout over here in California at the prison. They had a breakout, so jeez, it's still out there. So
yeah, still out there, man. Be safe.
Yeah, I'm actually worried because I'm like in rural Nova Scotia in Canada here. This is actually our first real wave we're having right now. Since the beginning of COVID, we had a wave. Like when it all started, like in April last year, we had a wave. But I think the most we had, like the biggest amount of people we had sick at the same time was like 50 or 60 people in the province. Like there were a few deaths, but it's like it's a really complicated story.
Right.
But we had a very small amount of people sick at the same time in the first wave, and it was done very quickly. And after that, we just had like, okay, 1 case, 2 case a day, 5 case a day, comes back to 1 or 2 case. So it was almost non-existent. Like the risk was minimal. We were still being very careful. There was still health measures, but most of the people after a while, it's like they didn't even care because danger wasn't really out there. The more it went, the more I got worried. And now we got a wave
coming through.
And yeah.
Well, I remember my wife. So my wife's in there, and I remember she said the first week they had 30 people. And then the second week it went to 60. Then the third week it went to 100. And these beds, they ran out of beds and all kinds of stuff. It was just crazy, man. And now I'm glad everything is kind of like sort of normal, but people, still got to be alert.
Yeah.
Gotta be alert.
UK, there was like 8-week wait before them. Yeah, I'm getting my shot with my workplace, and they actually got a lot of dose, and we're actually going with the health recommendation of like 3 weeks. So that's why I'm getting the second shot so fast, while the first one took a while. So
people out here, they didn't even. Oh, wait a minute! I forgot to take my second one. So now we got people trying to rush, trying to get their second shot because they forgot.
They will fly back right before they shut down traveling. That's rough.
Yeah, for sure.
It's okay. Let's go back to more happy news. Okay, just checking. So yeah, been playing some games here and there, and it's pretty good. So Telltale, Mass Effect, still playing some Ratchet and Clank to try to finish everything. Do my challenge mode.
It's coming.
Preparing. I should try to do Into the Nexus, the one right before Rift Apart in the story. It's Into the Nexus, I think the name. I still haven't finished this one. I started it. Never took the time to finish it, just to catch up the story. But oh man, that game looks so good. Anyway, so do you all want to hear some big news? Oh, boy, we got some big news.
Yes.
So, Days of Play. Not even jumping at the news everyone wants to hear, but we're gonna get there. So yeah, there's a lot of discounts coming. So just to show, there's some PlayStation 5 game discounts coming. That's the first time it happens. Because up to now, there's never been on the PlayStation Network a discount on PS5, actual PS5 games.
No, there has.
There has?
Yeah. Godfall was on sale a couple of times on PlayStation 5, and
the EA games were on sale.
The EA games were on sale. I think FIFA is on sale right now in the store.
Right.
Okay.
It hasn't been like a big sale for real. But
I think the PlayStation Studios games that were not on discount that the main comment going around.
Okay.
So there's Demon Souls. Both Spider-Man will be on discount. Sackboy: A Big Adventure and a Neo Collection. As for the PS5 games, and also The Last of Us Part 2,
Yeah.
which just got an update. I got the news around somewhere. Anyway, it now runs at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
On the PS5, so I don't want
it.
Yeah. So some big discounts. I'm just looking for. Got too many windows open at the same time.
Yeah. I already need it, so I'm not gonna play that Last of Us 2 on PlayStation 5. Already.
I haven't tried it because I still haven't. I haven't even finished the first one. Haven't found the time.
What?
So
okay,
that's something I need to do.
All right, so I finished the first one. I gotta get into the second one.
Did I close
it? Paul, you're crazy.
Man.
Discounts, first party game. Oh yeah, first party games haven't. So that's what it. Nutsack boy. So yeah. Anyway, the patch just came. Oh, it's right here. Found it. Sorry about that. So The Last of Us Part 2 performance patch for PS5 just came out.
Man.
So sweet 60 frame per second if you're playing that game on a PS5.
See, that's why I waited to play it on the PS5.
So now I got to get back into the first one and actually finish it this time. And then I'll be able to play the second one. So that'll be pretty good story, I feel. The Last of Us Part 2 looks good looks so good without the 60 FPS. Yeah. And now it's gonna have 60 frames per second.
I agree, but now with that 60
butter, baby.
Yeah.
And there was something else attached to this. Okay, no. Okay, yeah. So also play at home. You guys waiting for those free games? It's not games we're getting. It's free in-game content. Was a bit disappointed, but there was some stuff that's pretty interesting for everyone. So
well, I know you were excited about that Brawlhalla.
I actually installed Brawlhalla right after reading this because I wanted to give it a try, and it's actually a lot of fun.
It is.
Yeah, it
feels like playing Super Smash.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's like a Ubisoft version of Super Smash, but it's a lot of fun. So they're releasing free DLC for all these games. So Rocket League, Brawlhalla, Destruction All-Star, MLB The Show, NBA 2K21, NBA 2K, MLB and NBA. There's Rogue Company, there's a World of Tanks and the World of Warships and Warframe. There's actually like some in-game currency which normally costs quite a bit to buy that they were giving away for these games. So and also
that's what's good.
And also Call of Duty Warzone is 5 double XP tokens. So it's actually not too bad. It's not free games, but it's some pretty good stuff.
Anytime something comes for free, I just add it to my library because I just be like, hey, one day I might get to that game and I got that free content.
There was an RPG that was free and I added it. You know, I had to put it in my library.
Yeah.
That Horizon Zero Dawn that it released, I already had it. I already purchased it when it came out. But that they put Horizon Zero Dawn on there for free for everyone, and you don't need a PS Plus account because those free things you're getting, you still don't need a PlayStation Plus accounts for everyone. Right. It's a play at home initiative that they did. Sorry about this. There seems to have been a glitch.
We're back though.
We're back, man. We're back.
Okay.
First, you like our disappearing act?
Sorry about this. There was a weird glitch right there.
Yeah.
It's like everyone disconnected and reconnected. I just heard everyone reconnecting at the same time. Like, what is going on? Okay. I'm using Melon right now, which is a competitor to StreamYard, and there's still some bugs to iron out, I think. But it's getting better. They constantly do updates. So I hope Valhalla Season Pass goes on offer soon. That would be nice.
That would be very nice.
Uh,
Screw it.
so, are you guys ready to move on to the big news I wanted to talk to you guys about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is a patent. Okay, let's go back to the main page here. A patent that was deposited on. So that's patent scope to look at the different patents being deposited. That was deposited by Sony. So Sony Interactive Entertainment Incorporated. That's called Edge Compute Proxy for Cloud Gaming and 5G. It's a bit hard to understand what's going on with this, but let's say we look at this. So, for example, you got a client gaming app. So that's whatever you're using, whatever, if it's on your PC or on your PlayStation 5, or the patent here seems to refer it also as if you have a mobile phone, for example. Got to show that a bit later. That would be the user equipment. That's whatever you're using to play your games on in the cloud goes to your base station. So that's the 5G, the router. So again, 5G is listed there and the router. And then you got the cloud gaming proxy that's doing buffering. So they're actually doing the proxy is something they do in the network to improve the connection, to be sure that every inputs that you do and the image and all that, it all goes in properly. It verifies for any mistakes, gives you in the end a better experience if you're doing cloud gaming. I won't go through a full lesson because there would be a lot to talk about, but yeah, it talks about the relation between your equipment, the connection through the network here, through the cloud gaming system, the game machine. So I found it very interesting to go through the drawings where they actually show cellular phone antennas with a little buddy here. So that's not two person, it's one person who's connected on this antenna receiving his game, and he moves probably in a bus, or if he's driving and gaming at the same time for some reason, moves from this place to this place, and now is getting his game from that antenna. Ray, is that your telephone?
Yeah, I'm already hitting mute. Hold on.
Oh, it's all right. And you have the data center, which seems to be broadcasting the game to all of these antenna. That really itched my curiosity. And there's a few other drawings looking at how cloud gamings work, and I really like this one here. Talks basically about your game happening here, which is The Last of Us, that we can clearly see here with your gaming system. So either PS3, PS4, or PC. They don't talk about mobile here. I'm guessing it's a drawing they recycled from somewhere else to explain it. Then you got your input, your haptic, audio, video, encodes everything, goes in the packets, and goes up to the cloud servers and all that. So, yeah, so that's the server actually. So it tells the system is there. You got a server, network, and client. That's your home. So it just details everything that's going on, every signals. So that's not what I want. What I want is here, the description. So I was curious about that other thing. The description or documents. Where did I find it earlier? No. Description, I think. Because it actually goes in and explain what is going on there. Oh, do we have a visitor?
Did he get here?
Stadia Vet Gaming.
Man.
You came. Was that you calling me on my phone? Look, all you gotta
I was actually outside trying to deliver a pizza, but you know, I ended up eating it. You didn't answer, so I ate it and left you the bill.
Oh, damn.
Good to see you, Stadia Vet. So you're arriving exactly like while I'm talking about the big meaty news.
Yeah.
So just
is this something where I know there was a cowboy that used to say that something like this was never going to happen, but
You
And I
mean
feel
like
like
the
we're
edge
about to-
compute for proxy and cloud gaming and 5G?
Yeah, exactly. I do recall one of the early podcasts. Oh, this will never PS Now or any of that. So PlayStation's never going to get it on a phone. I'm just like,
So just to
well, I
recap,
guess-
here what I just explained to everyone. So there is one of the drawing, figure 4, which talks about a data center here, which is where you would have your game, and you actually got a bunch of antennas here, and you got a little buddy here, L1 and L2. It's not two different guys. It's first guy, first coordinate, goes to L2, second coordinate. So it's probably in a bus, or he's gaming and driving and gaming at the same time, or whatever. So he's connected on this antenna. He's getting his feed from that antenna. And as he's moving, he actually reaches out of the network covered by this antenna. So now he's getting his game feed from this antenna. But if normally you would have a disconnection from going from that antenna to that antenna, your game would disconnect and try to reconnect. But what seems to happen is like that data center is already sending your game feed to all 4 of those antennas at the same time.
Interesting.
So if I actually go into the description, had it a moment ago.
Yeah, you did.
No, it's not in description. It's
Lord, who invited Ryzak here?
hey, we got Ryzak.
Who
And
invited
John,
him?
Right. Yo,
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 yo.
We got Porter John D2.
This
Dr.
doesn't look like
Spaceman,
studying.
This doesn't like studying. Who needs to study? You know I'm gonna lose. So let me just find.
Well, you probably will.
Okay,
You know
the
that
point.
show is. I hear that show is rigged. So
So the method of claim 5 further comprising. So that is the paragraph I was looking at earlier. I already showed Ray and JD earlier before the
Right.
stream. So I'm just gonna word it as it is, then explain. So deploying a second cloud gaming proxy to a second edge compute that is defined at a second wireless base station proximate to the wireless base station, the second cloud gaming proxy receiving and buffering the video, responsive to detecting switching of the client device from the wireless base station to the second wireless base station, then activating the second cloud gaming proxy to retransmit lost packets of the video to the client device. So what they're talking about here is you have 2 different connections in a network that the system will send all of the data, so your video, your controls, and everything, to both connections, so that the moment you lose your connection on one area, the other connection will already be ready to give you the information you need. So the moment you have a cell phone connected to 5G playing PlayStation Now,
Right.
because that's for PlayStation cloud gaming, it will automatically switch to another antenna that already has all of your data, your connection, and has already provided the video and the controls and everything. So you're moving from one antenna to the other with your cell phone connected to 5G, and you're not even noticing a bump. It already got all the packages it lost on the previous antenna ready on the other one. If that doesn't mean that Sony is putting PlayStation Now on mobile, I don't know what it means. What do you think, guys?
I wonder if it has if it's going to tie into, because we know PlayStation already, Sony announced that they had their mobile department that they set up, a new one. I'm just the entertainment value guy. The ratings never drop when I'm on a show. But no, anyways, we know that Sony announced that they were going to do a mobile division to bring their games to the platform. What it kind of seems like that could have something to do, because they really didn't give us any information besides they're hiring someone specifically to head this new department. It's going to be to bring their big first party games over to mobile. Well, could this tie in with that? But I mean, and I talked to Anthony about this a while back, and I'm like, but the problem with bringing first party titles is those are going to be, unless you limit them or you scale them down and they look like crap, they're going to take up a crap ton of space. Does that mean though that there's the potential there to add install a bit of it, kind of like what they PlayStation used, or Xbox and PlayStation, where they would install a portion but still run the bulk off the disc. You could install a portion on the phone and run the rest off of the cloud. So like you could easily connect the dots with PlayStation Now. So like how they let you download the cloud games off of PS Now currently on the console, you could download a portion of it onto your phone and still play the rest while it's accessing the cloud. Part of that also with the connection stuff, that kind of reminds me like how it's just jumping from one tower to the next. It almost reminds me of Google Fi, because their service, that's literally what it does. It jumps from, you're never going to lose service as long as you're in the coverage area, because it's always from one tower to the next. And then it's like, man, wouldn't it be something if Sony drops a bombshell news and says, hey, we bought Shadow PC to use their technology for this. Because it kind of, you start looking at it and I'm like, a lot of that stuff, I mean, God, we all know, I mean, Shadow's never real, we knew one person bailed him out, but I mean, ultimately Sony could just come in, swoop in, take control of it, and offer them a crap ton of money, buy it out, and use that technology to go along with the cloud stuff. It's like it's interesting to me, because you can start to piece and put together all the dots and start connecting things.
Oh, it's some interesting stuff. I think Shadow though was already sold and a transaction went through, and it's going to a business solution, so it's not going to be used for gaming.
Yeah, well, that don't mean anything. Sony wants something. Sony will have the money to buy them out. Yeah. Money talks.
They got plenty of money around.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is the big package right now. It's a confirmation that Sony, like we already pretty much knew Sony was working on bringing some PlayStation service to the mobile. And PlayStation Now had to come back eventually to mobile, because we knew it was on the Sony Ericsson mobile phones before, or the Xperia. And they took it away. It was also on the tablets. It was on a bunch of devices. And they took it away and brought it only to PC, PS4, and PS5. But it shows, like, with 5G being deployed through the world, and now the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi as well, that everyone has at home, and even Wi-Fi 6, the new standard that's there, it's better connections. It now just makes sense for Sony to redeploy and not just be a solution at home when you have Wi-Fi, but everywhere you go, if you have your 5G cell phone that follows you, you'll be able to pull out PlayStation Now and play, and you'll have optimal performance. So it just follows through with what Sony does usually. They'll do something if it's done right, if it works well. They don't want to release a half-assed service.
Yeah.
So
this is the gaming future, folks, is mobile. It's mobile. And also,
mobile with with a sprinkle of cloud gaming mixed into it.
Mobile, exactly. Mobile and cloud. And so with these other countries, even in places that you never thought, people like, only people in the city could probably get better 5G mobiles and stuff with these antennas. And I mean, it's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
Wasn't it like our second or third episode? One of you guys, JD or Stadia Vet, you found an article about Sony actually deploying PlayStation Now in India.
Yeah, I found that article.
Yeah,
that was
because that was already a very strong hint that Sony would deploy PlayStation Now on mobile, because India is all about mobile devices.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the technology is, and the phones, the companies that provide that stuff, they don't do the data. They don't have the issues with data like we do in the States. With you got a data cap, or the unlimited, or any of that stuff. They don't have that. But like it's and I brought this up to you in one of your PlayStation streams where I made you pause your show because the PlayStation Mobile news, and I was just like, with that I know that's geared more towards PC, but I don't remember. I was digging around for just how old. What was the last game of PlayStation that was done by PlayStation Mobile, and it was prior to this other stuff that I saw. It's like several years ago. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the new department, or if it's just this is something separate that just happened to randomly pop up on Steam. It's interesting how all of these different pieces are starting to just show up all over the place.
Yeah.
This is bringing something else interesting because we know like some games like that are streamed from PlayStation Now, it's supposed to be like the console version, but if you're playing a PlayStation 4 game on PlayStation Now, it's not running out of a PlayStation 4. It's running out of a cloud server blade. I know
Yeah.
Xbox does the console. That you actually have the Xbox in the racks that are booting up and when you play and all that. But Sony, from my understanding, it's server blades that are emulating a PlayStation. So it could also be why they're doing like those PC releases, because they have to change the coding of the games anyway to run on a more generic machine, which over time can get upgraded. So, for
Yeah.
example, Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a PlayStation 4 title, if you have a good GPU, a good PC, Days Gone just came out, what, yesterday? A few days ago? It's very recent.
Monday. Yeah, it was recent, but and it just popped up on Steam as well.
Yeah, it's like a top seller
And that
right
was-
now on Steam.
Yeah, and that
And
was
the
the one that
reviews-
when they were pretty good. And when you look at the developer, that's the one that was another one by PlayStation Mobile. So
Yep.
that's what I'm trying to, if you look at it and you don't use some of these other haters out there that like to say speculation and all that nonsense because they just don't understand anything. There you can put the pieces together, and if you start connecting all of the dots, you can end up seeing what they're doing. But you have to actually be smart enough to look past all of the other nonsense and see everything that's going on.
I'm actually wondering if, like, we're looking at, for example, the remake for The Last of Us, the first one. I know one of the main reason why they're doing this because it's the PS3 version, dates back. They did do a remaster on the PS4, but they pushed the package they had in it to the maximum potential they could with what they had. But I also like one of the points I saw on the podcast PS I Love You that they brought up with Greg Miller and a few other guys is accessibility. And so people who have handicaps are unable to play that game if they have any visual impairment or anything like that, compared to The Last of Us Part 2 that has a lot of accessibility features. So you can zoom the picture, you can change the colors. And there's a bunch of stuff like bring contrast on your enemies and all that. Stuff like that you can do in the second one, which by remaking the first one, they're actually making a game accessible for these people who are unable to play it. But also, if they're remaking it, possibly they might make the codes more open so that if they put them in cloud servers, for example, which can get upgraded over time, then you can go back in the codes of the game and actually match the hardware you now have. So that could be very interesting for the future of PlayStation games if they start remaking older titles to be more open in terms of performance. So what do you guys think about that?
I could see it. I could totally see it. I mean, why not? I mean, you look if they're going to redo or update some of these older titles, it doesn't hurt them because it's how many people have played them? How many people have actually played all of these titles? But you think of the future, you look ahead, and you've got a whole other generation of gamers out there that could potentially pick these up and not know anything about it, and just think that they're awesome games. That's what I'm always looking at. Like, I get it. They're an old game, but I may not have played it. But if you can remaster or just up the graphics and make it look good, somebody else that's never played any of these games, a future generation of gamers is going to take advantage of that stuff and just have a blast with it.
Man, people gonna be jumping on these Sony exclusives, man, especially mobile. I'm riding on.
I know it's only a matter of time.
Playing Spider-Man. I'm playing Days Gone on a 5G phone. No issues or nothing. because they're working on the antennas and all the technology. Man, that's like I said, that's some next level stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's days when I go when I'm going to go to a football game, I don't like to drive my car. I can hop on the subway or I can hop on a train or something, man. I can sit there and I can just play Days Gone or play MLB baseball or something, man. That is a PlayStation game. Mobile? Wow. That's huge. That is major.
Or, you're on a flight, you're going somewhere on a trip, and the flight could be, several hours long. Why watch one of the crappy movies when you could be sitting there playing PlayStation?
Dude,
in the cloud, you could just be playing PlayStation Mobile in the cloud while you're in the clouds.
Just put your tablet in front of you, controller.
Dad, can I play with the Switch? No. So now I can play some Sony on my 5G phone. It's like, here you go, man. You can have a Nintendo Switch, man. I'm good.
I don't want that junk. What are you playing, Dad? Can I have your phone, Dad? No.
Dude, and what's cool? Think about this. Also, multiplayer games, man. Playing multiplayer Sony games. Oh my god.
So you think when they get this done, do you think could you see Fortnite or something like that, or one of these super popular free-to-play ones pop up on there, or something like Fortnite or Minecraft?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the drawings actually shows the clients, and two of them shows local multiplayer. One of them has 4-player logged in on the same client.
Yes.
The other one
Nice.
is 2. So it's a bunch of drawings.
And this is what we've been saying. Sony doesn't tell you everything up front. They work on shit behind the scenes and tell what they want you to know when they want you to know it. Unless it's leaked out, and if it's leaked out, it's probably because Sony did it on purpose. But otherwise, you don't know what they're doing until they're ready for it. And this is proof yet again that this is how they will work and how they've always done this. They don't tell you everything. They're a Japanese company. That's not, like DrSpaceman has said from the get-go, that's not their custom. They're not the American Microsoft or Google that just like, oops, we accidentally leaked it out. Or, somebody hacked their servers. Oh, there's all the information. Or, we got the Pixel 5 we're working on. Oh, somebody leaked out everything before the announcement. That's the thing, is they don't do that stuff. They work on it in the background when it's
the only time you're gonna see this is around maybe like an E3. They do a PlayStation share or show, and they have people with
half
their
the time.
phones. Half the time, Sony doesn't even know where they are doing. What? Shut up, man.
They know more than you.
You know what? Maybe they're just getting up there in age. Hell, I don't even know what I'm doing half the time, so that don't really say much. That's just old age. That ain't a Sony thing.
Yeah, here that's some of the stuff the proxy actually does here. Some of the application part of it: buffering logic, streaming monitor, video adjuster, audio adjuster.
Wow.
So it just makes sure everything fits together and that you're having a great experience while playing your cloud
And
game.
I like the last two there, the adjuster, video and audio. That's going to be intriguing because that to me is like it will adjust as needed based on signal strength potentially, which could be like a major game changer. Because I don't know anybody else that does that. I mean, most of the cloud services currently, they just pop a red warning sign above your screen or a yellow one on the side that says spotty connection or your service is about to crap out because you don't have the greatest signal. But if they can figure a way to adjust it without it downgrading the video quality or the way it looks, the appearance, then that would be outstanding.
Yeah.
No, it's some pretty brilliant stuff they're making into that.
Yeah.
And 5G, so mobile, we know it's coming.
Yeah, I mean that right there is enough to say that they've been working on this behind the scenes. They're not stupid people. They're not gonna just take a back seat.
Is that what they're smashing records?
But I've said this from the beginning when I first heard about the semiconductor shortage, and the fact that that was part of the cause of the shortage on the PS5, and that was another reason that they're doing a redesign to try to find a way around having to utilize a part that's may or may not be around at that point. Why not utilize cloud technology to supplement it? And I don't know, you test it out, see if it works. If it works, you can still redesign, but now you've got another window of another door is opened up for another opportunity.
We talked about it last week. The devs are already using PlayStation Now to test the PS5 games.
Right.
So that's already what they're doing right now. PlayStation 5 games are in PlayStation Now, just not the consumer version of it.
Right.
But it's still PlayStation Now that they're using. So,
bro, it's gonna look, guys.
I know that's
coming. You know,
I saw somebody was joking that they were going to get their PS5 when the PS6 gets released on Twitter, but I'm like, if I can't find one, they will probably have. I'll just play the games on PS Now when they showcase that at some point.
if you think about it, like to have a PlayStation 5 at home, it's a consumer grade chip that they have to do that's super small, compact, cooled, and all of that. It's very difficult to make one that will resist over time, that won't crap out on you anytime soon. So much more work has to go into quality check and all that to make that PS5 that you can bring home. Instead, you can have cheaper components, but well, not cheaper, easier to make components that will be basically for cloud servers. So I'm just looking data center grade. So that's what I was looking for. Made for data centers. So you have components that can be bigger, not have as good of a cooling because you have the whole racks that are there with specific equipment in place that's much more powerful to do the cooling of those chips. So those chips can be produced faster. And now you have those chips that can work 24/7 for people around the globe that are available that you can play games on. So you start making those chips, put them in cloud data centers, and get people play on these, then you're providing a service to much more people.
Yeah.
Cloud gaming center.
And if they're the cost goes down, but you think of it this way,
consumers and for the companies.
And you're thinking about it this way. Like I said, the whole issue right now is they can't meet the supply and demand. They can't meet it because of issues that are out of their control. That's the reality, and that affects anybody. I mean, look at NVIDIA with graphics cards for PCs. You have a shortage. It's a chain reaction. They don't have PC makers don't have any control over what if NVIDIA can't get something done. Just like Sony, I mean, if they're outsourcing a third-party company that provides them a semiconductor and they're out of it and they can't get it, what the hell is Sony supposed to do? Like, obviously, the consoles, and how long is it really going to take to redesign it? That they are predicting some point in 2022, next year. They didn't give a specific time. So what would make more sense to still be able to get people to buying PlayStation content, whether it's for PS5? Utilize the cloud. Mm-hmm. Give them the option that says, hey, when the console shows up, if you bought it as a cloud version, you can download it on your console at that point. It's just the digital version. I've been saying that from the get-go. For the people that have the digital consoles, the most brilliant method they could do is when you buy a digital game, you not only get the version you can download, but you get a version you can access in the cloud.
Right.
Yeah.
That you get two games basically for the price of one, but then that makes an even bigger incentive because then you can play it at home, but if you're on the go, guess what? You don't have to lug your system with you, risk breaking it, risk going to your family's house, their kids bust it, and then all of that, and then you're out because you can't afford to buy another one.
Worse than that, hold on, man. I remember when I got invited to the Xbox launch at the Mojave Desert, and I remember seeing, wow, 3,000 people with all these Xbox 360s. And what happened when we got home? Man, what's that smoke, man? That's my system on fire, And so instead of trying to rush and do something and make a whole bunch of consoles that and put, all right, well, let's go cheaper and let's put these.
We saw how that worked out for Samsung with the Note 8 or the 7 with their explodable batteries.
Bro, I went no lie, I think I went through 5 Xbox 360s, man. They all exploded on me. So
Wow.
yeah, no lie.
Microsoft.
I went through at least 3 360s.
No, I went through 5, man.
I only ever had one, and it never broke because it almost never played.
I had one, and then I dumped it for Sony, but that was because it went into the garbage because it got their lovable red ring of death. So I was just like, nope. Between computers with the blue screen of death and now a console with a red ring of death, I said I'm done. So I went back to Sony. I took advantage of the Xbox, but I always come right back to Sony no matter what. I don't care.
Well, but to your point, like the PlayStation Now, like you can go in there, you can certain games you can download or stream. They'll ask you, do you want to download or stream these games? Which is,
Yeah, my whole thing is that's going to be where we're going to eventually see the digital. You're going to get a code. All right. We're going to get the code. You buy a digital game, you're going to get the option. You're going to get that ability to download it on your console if you have it, but you're also going to have an ability to just play in the cloud.
Yeah,
and
that's already.
This makes perfect sense when you're looking at it with the issues they're facing right now.
That's already baked into the PS5, though. I've been talking with JD. If you have PlayStation Now active on your PS5 and there's a game you actually own in your library, it's both on PS Now and you also own the game. You go through your library, you look at that game, you want to install it. It actually gives you the option to install it, and right next to it, there's the icon to stream the game because it's on PS Now. So you don't have to go look for the streamable option. If you have the game, if the game is in the menu and it's on PS Now, it tells you can stream that game if you want. Seeing how the PlayStation 5, the SSD, it's super high speed, but very limited storage. And there's no way right now of expanding that storage. As for playable, you can put a storage to store the games and reinstall them later. But as for playable, you cannot extend it. So you have to always manage your games on there.
Right.
But having the...
Well... Oh, no, go ahead and finish.
Okay, yeah. Just having the option to stream the games is amazing. And since it's baked into the system, it's not just something they added. It's really within the menu of the PS5 for every games you look at. I'm fairly sure it won't be long that if you have a game in there, that you'll have the option to stream it. Even if you have the disc for the game, like there's the disc version, if you have the disc inside of your PS5, even if it's not installed, I would easily see the option to stream the game if it identifies the disc as the CD key for the game. Oh, you have that game in, you can install it or you can stream it. So,
can I share my screen real quick? Oh, so these people.
Yeah, Xbox doesn't have to redesign their console because of the chip shortages. Why does Sony asking for a friend? Yeah, you can share your screen, but as for that, Xbox doesn't sell as much, so don't want to burn it that much. But I think Sony is like selling double or if not more the amount of consoles than Xbox is. So
probably why they had the shortage. Might have something to do with it. Just a little, but.
Because I see plenty of Series S in the stores.
I get that Xbox doesn't have to. So what is that? What are you saying? So does that?
Xbox, how does that affect? It ain't outselling the PS5.
But that chip shortage is also affecting Nintendo. So you're telling. So it's just a Japanese thing, right, Rodell? That's what you're implying. It doesn't affect the American company. It just affects anybody that makes systems over in Japan because Nintendo's already announced that they're having the same issue with that shortage, that they may actually not outsell the Wii U and the Wii because of that. It's going to affect. They've already said that it is going to affect the sales of the Switch. They may not even be able to get the alleged Switch Pro out in time because of that. So, I mean, unless you're just implying that Microsoft has a stockpile, and that's why that could be the shortage there. I don't really know.
Just looking for the numbers.
PS5 8 million, X Series X 6 million. Well, you just answered your own question there.
Here from May 8th.
I mean, it confuses me because I know everybody loves the console thing again, but the majority of people are always on board with the saying it as a joke.
Worldwide, the PS5 and PS5 digital have already sold just shy of 8 million units, with the Xbox Series X and S selling 4.75 million.
Oh,
that's on
man.
May 8th, which is not that long ago. Where's that 6 million?
I don't know.
You get your PS5, man. You add to that 8 mil, bro.
There you go.
So it's PS5 is almost a double.
Wait.
Well,
go down 2 paragraphs there.
Yep, there you go.
Right, the part with the Switch.
The Switch in its 4 years on sale has laid down an impressive marker for the PS5.
Oh no, the up one paragraph up.
The Switch itself.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, the Switch itself last year was hit by a worldwide stock shortages when coronavirus lockdowns first hit. Yeah, I remember that. With Nintendo warning recently that the Switch could suffer from low stock once again in 2021 due to the semiconductor shortage, which has impacted PS5 and Xbox.
Oh, it's not just PlayStation. It's Xbox and Nintendo. Oh, that's right, because everything runs on semiconductors. Oh, and it's affecting the car industry too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's affecting pretty much a lot.
Anything that uses a semiconductor, which is basically everything nowadays, is getting affected. So Xbox is not immune to this. Of course, they're going to be able to make more of it because nobody buys it because Sony still outsells everything. So Microsoft has probably got a crap ton of them sitting in storage, just like, well, we might have to start slashing prices.
I go around the stores, like I go to Walmart, I see a bunch of Series S on the shelves. They're not moving. Series X, I've seen a few here and there. PS5s are almost impossible to find.
Because they're waiting for Halo.
Right.
They're waiting for Halo Infinite, man.
Yeah.
They're like, they got.
What I'm gonna laugh at is when Halo Infinite drops and they're gonna be all disappointed. Oh man, this was not worth the hype.
They're waiting for Resident Evil 8 to drop on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Oh wait, 80% of the sales for Resident Evil 8 is on PlayStation.
Yeah.
80%.
Microsoft's probably stressing out. They've got other things on their platform besides worrying about Xbox right now. They got the Bill Gates scandal to worry about, so they can't be dealing with Xbox. Xbox is already going to take a hit because of that.
There ain't no way in the world I give my wife $130 billion, man. I have to.
You know what though? Hey, I bet you the show is going to be the last PlayStation title you see because Microsoft's going to be having some legal issues dealing with Bill Gates. They're not going to be able to afford
one thing. Look at how defensive the entire panel gets. We're not defensive. We're fact checking.
I'm just proving my point.
That's Stadia Vet, man. That's Stadia Vet.
Yeah.
It's all love,
what's your
man.
PSN?
I got.
Okay, now one of the issues with PS5s is the scalpers. Now, word has been going around. Word on the internet is most of the stockpiles, like all those sales, like the 8 million, there's a majority of them that's in the hands of scalpers. What do you guys think of that story?
Depends on where the story's coming from. What source it's coming from.
I had a friend that bought 5 PS5s, dude. He got and he sold. You know why, don't you?
Anyway, I'm gonna show it on there. PS5 users are playing more and buying more than PS4 early adopters. The PS5s are not sitting in shady basements of scalpers. They're out there, they're being played. Yes, scalpers buy a lot of them, but they buy them to sell them.
Yeah,
Stuff
they
is
don't
going
just
around.
hold on to them.
Yeah, they're not like, okay, I got 20 more PS5. I can add them to my stock of 140 I got. So I got 160 PS5s. I'm gonna hold to them. No, the price of the scalp PS5s are dropping slowly because Sony is still catching up to the demand. So the more it goes, the easier it's getting to get a PS5. It's still not easy, but it's getting easier. So the prices are dropping down slowly.
PS5 has seen an 11% increase in game unit sales when compared to PS4 during the same period as well. I mean, I get that's only 11 cents, but that adds up. It adds up fast.
Yeah.
But we're talking about PlayStation 4 didn't have as much of a problem with scalpers. And
that was PS3, wasn't it? That was the big one. Shit, I remember when that was.
Yeah.
People were buying like 3 or 4 of them and then turning to eBay and selling them for like $1,000 a pop.
But yeah, the PlayStation 5 is being played a whole lot. It's one of the questions that was out there. It's like, are the PS5s actually being used, or all the stockpiled in basement? Now we know they're being used. So stop worrying about this. Like the PS5 is doing well, as in it is being used, and there are sales on it.
Not for me. Still can't get one.
It'll come in. It'll come.
I see the Twitter stuff. Well, yeah, by the time I get around to finding one in the store, I'm not going to worry about it because I'll just utilize the cloud to play all the PS5 games and still have my multiplayer service.
There you go.
But the PS5 is a heck of a machine. I'm fairly sure they're going to use that because the PS5 has a lot of machine learning. We talked about that in the past, like one of the Insomniac dev said there was a machine learning in there to do a lot of upscaling. And they're doing all those, like The Last of Us Part 2 getting 60 frames per second. Ratchet and Clank had the same. And there's some other titles that are getting 60 frames per second. And the dev from Insomniac did say that they're not even changing the software itself. It's really in the console that it's upgrading the frame rate. I'm wondering if it's not just doing upscaling that looks really good, which may eventually be applied for cloud gaming. So that would be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
And PlayStation 5s are now sold in China, and I'm very jelly of this. People who bought the PS5 in China in certain stores got a platinum trophy pin.
Nice.
Oh, I want one.
Nice.
I also
maybe
want
they'll maybe they'll put them on eBay and you can buy one. I doubt it though. Start seeing knockoff platinum pins.
They're gonna end up on
China.
eBay. They're gonna be expensive.
Oh my god, I don't even want to know.
Very, very interesting story. We now have a release date for
my son.
GTA 5,
God.
PS5, and Xbox Series X version.
My
November
son.
11th.
Look at the main headline there. Right after you see that, right there, GTA's online standalone edition also launches for PS5 and and some other system that same day.
Yeah. But also here, that's the PlayStation website, right? And so you can see it, PlayStation.com. GTA 5, PS4, which that's a Canadian price. It's very affordable. If you go down, y'all want to play some GTA Online because download the standalone version of GTA Online to keep for free, exclusive for PS5 for the first 3 months of the game's launch in 2021. So once the game launches, you can get the standalone version of GTA Online for free to keep. So you claim it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, oh, it's only going to be free 3 months. Yeah, it's going to be free to claim. Once you claim it, it's yours forever.
Yeah.
You need a PlayStation Plus membership. Well, that don't mean shit because anybody most people, if you have a PlayStation, you have a PlayStation Plus. So
Exactly.
You need
that almost that I mean, I know they have to add the disclaimer there, but that's almost like common knowledge at this point.
Yeah.
Where the gun? What's that? Are we gone? Is the show on? What you talking about, Paul?
Absolutely to buy it for the 6th time. Yeah, I know. It's
About
Now,
to buy it for
Paul,
6th time.
Oh, you don't want to buy that. That's an old game. I heard old games are crap. I've been hearing that from somebody in the community. I can't remember his name, but he's not important.
I probably will not buy the game. Is that him you're talking about?
His ears was look what it is.
Look at this.
As soon as
you come in late. You come in late, boy. You could have learned something. You know,
he wouldn't Hey, he's a wee bit old. He wouldn't have understood any of that.
Just let the doctor sit you in the corner and put that dunce cap on your head. Learn something.
Speak of the devil.
The devil will appear. And Anthony, you missed all of the bit about mobile. Not going back to it. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch back because
rewind.
Because PlayStation now is going to mobile.
What I would learn more. No. You wouldn't learn if you actually paid attention, which I know is it's a very hard thing for you to do. There is no speculation. It's the fact that Sony's already started showing the stuff that they are working on bringing PlayStation now to mobile and 5G.
Doctor slap a patent sheet upside your face because that's what he just showed. If you was here earlier, a patent documentations of what's going on.
JD,
this is going to show it.
GTA 6 on the PS7.
Yo, Rockstar is going to milk this, and I'm frustrated with Rockstar, man, because
why are you frustrated with Rockstar, man? Why are you frustrated?
Because he keeps buying the same game for every generation of PlayStation.
GTA 5, PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3, we had GTA 5. There's no other just Red Dead Redemption outside of that. Where's the rest of the games? Where's Bully? Where's a sequel to that? Where's a new IP? Where's
no. Bully? They're working on Bully. They are working on Bully too. They're already working on that.
They are working on Bully.
But you got to remember, Rockstar takes a decade to make a game.
So they got like 3, 4, 5 studios though. Like, man,
they got enough studios, but Mr.
Look. All of these games, all these studios, and they can't give us something else.
No, because they're gonna go after the cash cow, dude. It's all about the money. It's all about what's popular now, and that's the GTA, the Grand Theft Auto.
But that's like one team online, right? That's one team working the online servers. Like, where's the rest of the man? I don't
exactly.
know,
I gotta agree with Numbskull here. You know, they make so much.
Well, no, and even Mr. Urban World made a good point about they've been working on Bully 2 for ages. But that's what they do. Look how long did it take them from Red Dead 1?
Max Payne would be good.
Oh my god, bring back some Max Payne.
But I'm just saying, like
Midnight Club. Come on, man.
Yeah.
They can. But I'm just saying, like, they look at from Red Dead 1 to Red Dead 2. How long did it take them to make that game? Do you really think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to just show up like that? Hell no. You're probably going to get GTA 5. Grand Theft Auto 6 won't show up till you get the PlayStation 8.
But that's what I said. Give us the other games. That's what I said. Give us the other games. You don't have to give us Grand Theft Auto 6. That's going to take forever. Give me something else, man.
But that's the thing it's because they know people are gonna buy. They don't even if they didn't give a free upgrade to Grand Theft Auto 5. I guarantee you they would still make money selling it because people would still buy that game to put on their console.
Yeah.
Come out, no one will play the other games. The thing is, right now they're making a lot of money with GTA Online and Red Dead Online.
I had to agree with him.
So,
yeah, I'm getting cold.
GTA Online keeps expanding, keeps improving, and that's actually what we're getting for free with the PS5 on November 11th.
But But JD, also you gotta also understand some of these games wasn't just Rockstar; they were also with collaborations with other different studios as well, and so that's why you won't see a Manhunt, you won't see a Midnight, in those games. But and remember, they are remastering GTA 5.
It's not a remaster; it's a remake. They're remaking it from the grounds up.
Yeah.
Don't know
Yeah,
you enough to give it
probably.
away.
Yeah, look, man, they got Rockstar North, San Diego, London, England, Toronto, Rockstar Games. Look, man,
It's a lot of studios.
all of that money they made from GTA
But
5.
you got but look at
Come on.
look how long it did take Red Dead Redemption 2, but look how beautiful. Look at
I'll be
how
right back, guys. I got to move my car in the garage.
not a problem. Don't run over
Yep.
nobody.
Yep.
You guys can stare at the sun.
Man, get out of my I told you about coming to my city too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Stadia and Xbox and Stadia tag all over Twitter. Yeah, Manhunt is one of my favorite games. I
Same
still have
here.
this for Xbox
Same
360.
here.
I've never
Same here.
played that.
You know what? There's a Manhunt 2. And I have not played Manhunt 2, but I'm gonna tell you, Manhunt, oh my god.
Is that the
was a
one
very
that you could
controversial
actually
game.
take a plastic bag and choke people with it?
But
and-
you had a shank, a plastic bag. The guy would run, and you could I can smell your fear. Guys chasing you. It was back then. It was something major, man. It was you sneak up behind him and then you just kill him.
Yeah.
I got that also and beat it. Manhunt was way better.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think the court can find this person guilty of.
So, other stuff happening. Sony patents gambling and betting platform on esports. So, yeah, that falls in with the Evo tournaments and all that. What do you guys think about that?
It's money.
Betting money?
Money. I mean, it's money.
money.
It's
Yeah.
money, and I heard they're using crypto. You can be able to use cryptocurrency.
Crypto.
Look, man,
Yeah.
they went in with the sports arena, esports. They went in PlayStation logo with the NBA.
Yeah.
They're doing they're doing fighting events with EVO. Look, man, that's all esports. That's all gambling. That's big money. So they can turn these things into events, and people can bet. I guess your favorite gamer, your favorite
events,
gamer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
These esports events are now bigger than what you see at certain football and basketball games and crowds. I mean, they have fans that come and fill these stadiums up. Of course, you're gonna have people, if they can bet money, so many people have,
It's going to be a legal battlefield, though, because a lot of countries have very stringy laws for gambling. So I don't know how it's going to be taken around the world. I'm really curious.
As long as you you have to govern it, you got to check it out because they're gonna do it regardless.
Right, they're gonna do it regardless. Yeah, and that's the point of
regardless.
crypto. The crypto
Exactly.
is they can't, the government can't track that, right? So
Exactly.
that's part of that.
Yeah. Did we cover that last week?
No,
What's
but
up?
I'm gonna tell you, man, that red one. Woo! No,
Oh,
know
man.
what? I want both of them.
No, we didn't cover that. Yeah.
I
look
want
at-
both of them. I want both of them.
I look at the black one and it just reminds me of the PS2. It's like nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah,
I have black and red is my favorite color. My wife was like, hey, "Man, you've been black and red since I met you. You want to get another color scheme?" I'm like, "That's it right there." Like,
Bro, my son, man, I just the white when he has the control. I'm like, let me see your hands. Go get your wipes. Come here. I have to clean his hands because it's like you know how kids are, man. They don't wash their hands, and this controller is all white. And man,
yeah.
So I'm gonna get the red one just for me. That's gonna be my controller. Did you cover JD getting his ass beat this
Oh
Friday?
man,
Yeah, shut up, man.
yo man, come on,
we
man.
we talking about something else. Go get out
Why
of
you-
We're
here.
being nice.
You know what I'm saying? Look at it, man.
Why does I'd like- default on this view?
Look, at least somebody's throwing a contest though. He got some money.
Oh, I felt that jab right here. Oh, I felt that jab.
Oh, Paul ordered the Cosmic Red. Nice. I wish there was a blue one. And I wish I had a blue one with a Wi-Fi antenna in it to play in the cloud.
I want that. I want
But-
that red. I want that red.
I'm more of a blue
I
guy. I
told
don't
my
know.
fiance that if I bought the 2 new controllers, will I be able to play the PS5? Well,
Nice. And okay, this one I kind of like to read. This is a nerdy PS5 chat with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart's tech director, published on The Verge. So they talked about the tech involved in the PS5 that have been using on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. There's a few tidbits that are interesting here. And one of them, he really praises how the SSD makes a big difference and that they're able to actually render what's in front of you in your field of view and just keep track of what's behind you but not load it, which normally they have to render pretty much everything and just add details to what's in front of you. But because they're able to do that because of the SSD, you can mention it. Yeah, I won't go look for it in the article. But what he explained basically is because the PlayStation 5 is not always rendering everything except for what's in front of you, it's freeing a lot of memory for the system to put so much more details in front of you for what you're seeing. And because the SSD loads so fast, you can actually spin around and it loads fast enough to see what you're looking at. And that's how Ratchet and Clank is able to actually make you go through some portals and load an entire new level in front of you. So this is crazy just because of the SSD, which is super high speed.
That is crazy. Yo, I can't imagine, the next Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2, or whatever Insomniac makes next. Like, they just keep getting better and better with the tech.
Right. Your wife's right behind you. She read that message.
Shut up,
You better
man.
run.
She don't even know what an RKO is, man.
She know you're talking about it. That's all that matters.
Oh man.
She bought a PS5 and said I couldn't play it because I play on Xbox Series X. I'll teach you. All jokes aside, I love the tech, so that sounds really cool. See, you can be nice, Anthony.
If you
Well, he's a mobile player.
If you turn the stupidity switch off and you used your brain once in a while, things like that would be interesting. We could actually have an intelligent conversation with you.
He thinking to myself, Ray has a PlayStation hat on, but no Crash Bandicoot in his collection. You don't know what Mr. Urban World. You have no idea what I have in my garage and in my vault or in my collection, bruh. No idea. No idea.
Yeah, man.
Wow. It's called you out. Shots fired.
But yeah, it's crazy to think like when they announced the PS5, they talked a lot about the SSD, how it was so big, and I never realized how important that piece was for the PS5 until like they started talking about Ratchet and Clank with the portals and all that. Mm-hmm. And now they say that they were just loading what's in front of you, and no matter how fast you turn, it's able to take the data fast enough in the SSD and load it. This is actually why that game cannot go to PC. Because yes, there are some PCs that have SSDs that load as fast as that, but those PCs first also have to load your OS that's constantly running in the background with other apps. The PS5 really is dedicated to gaming, but also most of the PCs on the market don't have SSDs that are on the same grade as a PS5. They have to build the games for the majority of the PCs on the market, like gaming PCs. So this is really crazy that they're able to make it like every PS5 has that high performance SSD, and now you can make games that use the technology like that you're only rendering what's in front of you. And that's why, like, the amount of details in the footage they have been showing is crazy. Like Nefarious City, like right here, that image, that's in game. That's not just art captured on PS5. This is what the game looks like when you're playing. There's a lot of details in there. So it's gonna be fun.
How come we never see anybody posting like photos like this with Xbox? Oh, that's right. Never mind. I already answered my own question there. They ain't got nothing.
No, I got idea what you guys are responding to. LOL. I think it was.
I've always been confused ever since we started seeing like these kind of photos and stuff. And we know people have. There's Xbox. People own the system. How come they're not showcasing any cool videos or anything? Even Microsoft didn't even show us anything really like this. I'm wondering, is it because they can't compete with it and they know that?
Mr. Delete. Wait, did he delete that comment? Oh, message retracted. Okay, yeah. So because I still have it here, it's not retracted.
Quick, someone screenshot that shit.
Receipts. It's all good, man. Me and Mr. Urban World, we're gonna be tag team partners when WWE come out, and we'll see what's up.
Yeah. Oh no, I've already heard enough of that. Oh my god, when that comes out, I'm gonna be. That's all I'm gonna be playing.
A PlayStation console exclusive.
You want to talk about a sale? I actually bought WWE 20, which was $89.99 for all the wrestlers and all that. And yes, I know the game has glitches, but I'm playing on my PS5. I have no issues, and it cost me $26, and I got everything. And I'm in the controller. I'm loving it.
Which game is that you said?
It is WWE 2K 20.
But yeah, about that here from Odella, I don't know, Spaceman, the ad did say PlayStation console exclusive. PC port 9 already made. Jim lying right doing his magic again. No, this game isn't coming to PC for a very long time.
Look, man, because the technology feeding everybody.
But Insomniac already confirmed it's going to remain a PS5 exclusive. And it might come to cloud, so you might be able to play on PC through the cloud, but it's still going to be PS5 exclusive.
Yeah, we got PC gamers clamoring for PlayStation games. We got Xbox gamers clamoring for MLB. Hey, PlayStation out here doing the work, man.
Run, mister. And it's it still looks like a kid's game.
Wait, well, because he plays. You can't reason with someone that plays. You can't reason with someone that plays Pac-Man and Marvel Avengers.
Power Rangers.
He plays. Wait. He plays Power Rangers, Pac-Man, Marvel Avengers, and. Well, I think I used to see him play a really old retro game. I mean, I think it came back. It was claimed it was new, but that I don't remember what it was. It's not important. Yeah. But see, you had me. You were doing a good job, but you turned back on that dummy switch again, and you just blew it.
You cannot come here and badmouth Ratchet and Clank.
Still looks like a kid's game.
He dressed up as a Power Rangers, man. Playing Power Rangers.
Playing Avengers.
He dressed up as the Pink Ranger. Was he the Pink Ranger?
No, he had
Days Gone #1 on Steam. Sony regretting their decision to can the sequel. It's not actually can. They rejected it for now, but the first one just came out. So I think it's still in the projects, but it's not the time yet for a sequel. Just the Last of Us.
Sony never announced a sequel. So they didn't can nothing. Nothing was officially announced.
Well, there was a pitch. They brought a pitch up for
Yeah.
to Sony to do a sequel right away that they were looking into. But you're still in this like
They can
ported it
always
to
come back
PC.
to that pitch, though, right? They can always come back after they do the Last of Us remaster, whatever they want to do. They can always come back and pitch it again.
It's Sony. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Sony generally take a lot of time, but
Well, yeah, and they're making a buttload of money already off of stuff. They could put a game on hold and know that if they make it, whatever it is, if they come out and make another game that was put on hold, they're still going to sell crap ton. They're going to sell more of them on there than anywhere else.
they're still making an Uncharted game, even though they were working on The Last of Us. They keep going back to their franchises. They take their time.
Sound like an elementary school kid. Still looks like a kid's game. About to ban your ass from my channel, boy.
I'll have to blast some WWE though. Seriously,
Paul, I'll have you in the corner sucking your thumb, man. So get out of here.
Is that? Look, we'll set that up on the EBCN. We'll get something there. We'll set it up as a pay-per-views. I won't charge anything because it probably won't be that good of a match. It'll be too fast. I can't charge something that's going to $60 for a pay-per-view event and it end up being like the Mike Tyson knockout.
I remember those days, man. See, I didn't have to worry about that. I had the black box. So I was free.
You weren't one of the ones that got pissed that you were asking for a refund because that match ended so soon.
I'll lay the smackdown on your candy ass. Bruh, look, I'll do the RKO of the Viper Stomp.
Oh,
Ratchet and Clank looks like they can do a crossover with Monsters Inc. What is Monsters Inc?
You didn't even spell the game right, you big dummy. Oh my God. If you're going to pick a game to make fun of another game, at least put the correct spelling. Spell check. Good Lord.
If it's not Marvel Avengers, man.
It's not good then, because Marvel's Avengers is the best.
Come on, stop it.
Look, Ray's going to be live streaming Marvel's Avengers on when they have a PS5 version, and it's going to put your version to shame.
But it's still old, though. It's no game. So
even though, says the one that'll still be playing it. Oh, I love that game.
Take the ad off, cowboy. It's on too tight. Other big news.
Hey, the only people that be complaining about PlayStation. Look, the only people that be complaining about PlayStation are people that don't have a PlayStation.
You can't afford it. Hell, I don't have a PlayStation, but I don't complain about it. The only thing I complain about is I can't get one yet.
But Hades rated for PS4 in Korea. That's some interesting news. That's one of 2020's hottest game.
Yes, it was.
So that'll be interesting to see coming on. It's a third party. It's not a PlayStation Studios. But that game, like, I've seen so much people post about this game saying how good it is. It's just been rated for PS4. Hades about time.
Yeah.
No, today's gone too. Yeah. Just want to catch on the chat. And Sony then said, no, you guys talked about this. JD, don't pay attention. That's the cowboy.
Man, why are you going on JD tonight, man?
Yeah, he is on me hard, man. What I do to you? What I do to you, man?
You got a
PlayStation.
You're a PlayStation guy. You know he's got to harass everyone that's all about PlayStation. So,
Chivalry 2 open beta unleashes 64-player medieval warfare on PS5 and PS4 next week. So that's a kind of a battle royale kind of game, but medieval.
Oh, man,
I can't wait for it.
Players.
Awesome game. Love that game.
And related to that, PlayStation users will be able to access the open beta for free without PlayStation Plus subscription required. Xbox users will require Xbox Live Gold subscription to play the open beta. Just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, Just looking for some news. Did we talk about the Bomberman?
No, hello. Can you bring that up?
Wait,
Bring that up.
Oh, I thought we talked about it earlier.
No,
Yeah,
Maybe it was
we
pre-show.
talked before.
He
Okay,
talked
okay.
about it before.
Okay.
Yeah. So dominate in Super Bomberman are online with 6 battle royale tips. Are we familiar with that game? Super Bomberman are
Of
online.
course we are.
Man, I'm familiar
Anthony
with
don't
that
care.
game.
Anthony don't care about that. That's old news. He don't even play that because
So
Cartoon.
once
looks-
again a game that he sucks at. That's why
looks
it's not good.
very, very familiar. Wait,
Yeah, but
have you guys seen this before?
I feel like I was playing it earlier, but I can't remember
I
what
feel like
platform
I
I
was-
played it on.
I was part of the competition with Eddie Player One. You know,
Yeah,
we did that competition.
Are you guys
Wait a
familiar
minute.
with that?
This says get it for free from PlayStation Store. What?
Yep.
Mm.
Oh man, I mean I don't have to pay $10. Oh man.
So yeah, it's gonna be free to play on the PlayStation Store. Super Bomberman are online. It doesn't detail, well, not that I've seen when I read it, about crossplay, which I feel the game would really benefit from getting more and more players on it. And I don't think it would be that hard to get it crossplay. Aren't you supposed to be telling about PlayStation and not me?
Well, when somebody can't shut their mouth, we just tell it like it is. We're keeping it real.
Man,
Yeah.
what about Starfield? Nobody knows nothing about Starfield. Everybody's hype. It's good
gonna
that y'all got
say-
exclusives. It's cool, but we haven't seen no gameplay, no trailer, no nothing.
On one
Calm down.
side, first, we got hearsay. There was not yet a confirmation that Starfield is indeed exclusive to Xbox. It's been said by a few people in the industry, but Microsoft still hasn't said anything. Bethesda still hasn't said anything. So it's not a confirmation. Apparently, the game was coming to PlayStation. Apparently, it might not be coming to PlayStation anymore. Starfield might look like a good game. We don't know much about it. Knowing Bethesda, they used to make great games. In my opinion, they were at the best on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 era. Oblivion and Fallout 3 are some of my favorite games from that studio. Then afterward, they were decaying. Skyrim is not as good as Oblivion. It's just better tech.
Paul, you ain't never
But in my opinion, Oblivion is better than Skyrim. Let's put all that aside. Starfield might be an excellent game, and it could be exclusive to Xbox. You're getting a good game. Congrats. Maybe.
Big whoop. Possibly.
No,
Wait.
I won't be the one complaining about the game not coming to PlayStation because PlayStation has a lot of exclusives. They have a lot of very great games. So Xbox at one point needs to have some good games. They're getting Halo, which I guess is good. I loved the first one. Never got
tried
into
it,
the
but
other ones.
It wasn't
did the
all
first
that
one.
for me.
I did the first one and I had a lot of fun with it. But I tried the second one, I think, didn't get into it. And
Halo 2 was good.
The trilogy was
They
good.
lost me at Halo 5 was when they lost me. Halo 5 was had some issues.
love killing Rain Bomberman on Fridays. There's some trash talking
kill
happening.
myself.
I see Anthony. I see the the cowboy said crazy taxi. Hey, that is an awesome game.
I probably got more PlayStation games than each of you.
Gamefly, I'm sorry, but Gamefly don't count. You can't count when you're ordering your games. That doesn't count, sir.
More PlayStation game than each of us.
Well, yeah, when he's counting Gamefly.
I have a lot, and I think JD has a lot as well.
I have more PlayStation games than probably anybody.
I think
I can pull
JD
up my
might beat
catalog.
me a little bit, but I've got.
But you like I said, you can't count. You cannot count your damn GameFly games. What the?
I
I
mean,
won't pull it out, but I
that-
got a crate right here that's full. I got a shelf. I
bruh,
got
come
another
on,
crate
man.
over there that's full.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't have all my
Wait a minute, where you
older
wanna go? You
games.
wanna
I don't have
you wanna
all my older
You want to go
games.
PlayStation 2? You want to go PS3? You want to go PlayStation 1? When we
Yeah.
talking about PlayStation, what are we talking about? Oh,
Bomberman is free.
what we
Is
talking
it
about?
complete? Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
look,
Oh, because
look.
I said
See,
$10.
see, Dr. Spaceman went to go grab the boxes. Went to go grab the crates. Oh, look, dragging it.
Oh,
Look at
man.
that.
Damn.
So that's just a small part of my collection.
That's just a snippet.
You know what? You better be lucky you ain't here, cowboy, because I take this PlayStation Slim right here and slap your face with it, man. So don't go there, boy.
Let's see all your PlayStation games, Anthony. Show us a picture of it. Oh, that's right. You can't.
Come on now. Don't go there, bruh.
Hey,
Come on.
Derek, good to see you. And this is
Don't
your
go
It's the
Bishop.
Bishop of
What's up, people?
Well, the
Yeah.
Bishop of Gaming, you need to put the cowboy in his place. Take him out back.
Yep.
Yeah, those were weights right there. The old PlayStation, those were weights.
Have you ever heard of timed exclusive? What is he talking about? Starfield?
Probably some Xbox thing.
Probably. Let me help JD out. A Bomberman is free on Stadia.
Rodella, you dumb.
But man
Yes.
is on PS Now
Oh,
too.
no.
Just saying.
Oh shit!
What? I got 600 Xbox games, all digital, new age
Like
gamer.
new age.
LOL.
That's good. God damn.
What's that? 514.
Transforms into a Series X.
But see, hey, cowboy, you get upset though when you order a certain game you want from GameFly and they say, sorry, we can't give you this game, but here, take this game instead.
Just take Game Pass. Game Pass is shit. Half the games on Game Pass are older, or just as old as PS Now or anything else. Keep telling everyone the platform is built. Every platform, no matter how new it is built upon old games. You can't have anything without having some older games. What the hell are you gonna do? Build a new? You gonna build a new console?
Just told you
If
guys,
you took
I have
the
not
Xbox
played-
Series, I'm just saying, if you took the Series X and the Series S and the PS5 and said, well, we're going to sell you this $500 system or whatever the fuck the price we're going to sell it at. Oh, but we're not going to have, you don't have any access to games until we actually start selling PS5 games or
JD's
Series X.
showing something.
I'm showing
What do we got here?
Look, game library, my collection, 514 total games on here. And look, man, I'll be playing.
Ooh, Medieval. Love that game.
Medieval.
Is that a play? Is that the playroom? I think I heard about that before.
You're talking about all digital there, right?
Yeah,
That's
this is
just
all
digital.
digital. This is all digital. This is all
Yo,
digital.
what's up, Squids?
Oh, we
Squid.
got a squid in the chat.
Squid.
What are you doing out of
See
water?
you, man. I'm
No.
actually curious.
This is just that collection. This ain't.
Oh my
this
god,
is
I remember the
PS4,
rec room.
PS4, PS5, and yes,
Hey,
I
wait,
played.
JD, how come I ain't never seen you playing Uno on live stream? Come on now. You gotta play some Uno.
Grand Theft Auto 5. There we go. Man, look, man. Look, Persona 5. Still gotta play that. Look, I got look.
And you know, but you know,
Look at all
what,
them
man?
Kingdom Hearts.
Look.
Look at all
I
them
can go
Kingdom Hearts
digital
games.
or I can go physical. Okay, come on now. Come on now.
I
Come
know.
on, man. Don't play with
Come
me.
on.
Who is that Tom Brady up I saw there?
Don't-
Wheel
come
of
on,
Fortune. Oh,
Come
Lord.
on, man.
Don't play with me. Marvel vs.
Come on.
Capcom. Come on, don't play with me.
Fuck that game. F that game.
No.
I can't. Marvel vs. Capcom. Can't stand that. I played that one time and one time
How
only.
my guys doing PlayStation forever? Lord
Oh,
Gamer
is
Man,
that
I tried
Lord
that
Gamer
damn
Man,
game.
Psychonauts?
Lord Gamer Man, you be saying Xbox tomorrow. Stop it.
Hey,
I'm
Brendan,
just
good
playing.
to see you.
Love you,
How my guys
Brandon. How
doing?
you doing?
PlayStation Forever. I
Look,
can
man.
actually show mine.
Yep, let me stop mine. Yep. I'm just saying.
Look at you guys showing it.
So I don't have as much as you. I got 380 games in there. So you got me beaten, JD. But yeah, got a lot of games in there.
Nice.
So, And I stopped playing PlayStation for a year because of Stadia, but still, oh man, I gotta get back into that.
You know what? I have not finished Vampire.
Which one?
Vampire.
Oh, Vampire. Yeah, Vampire. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced like that, but yeah. That's only the digital. I got a shit ton of physical copies. Sorry for the swearing.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old. Let's not
Starting to sound like
technically
me.
swearing, but
And we didn't even. Thank you. And I didn't even look. Got the VR too, man. I didn't even. Come on now.
I don't have the
Oh,
VR headset anymore.
Smith. Woo. You know what I would love
Yeah.
to see him bring out and figure a way to do it in the cloud would be rock band or Guitar Hero, something like that. Could you imagine doing some Guitar Hero in the cloud?
I'm gonna have to do that as a platinum next. Guardian of the Galaxy Telltale.
Tell you, man, that disc jam.
I actually haven't tried it.
Oh, it's pretty good, man.
Anyway, I got
Yeah, you
got a
gotta
lot
show
of
us up.
games.
Yeah.
Got
Look
it.
at me, boy.
Yeah, there's. Where was it? Lower.
No time exclusives because of Bomberman not being on.
Oh, look, another
there.
Spider-Man. There's Spider-Man in the building.
Ultimate
There it is.
Alliance. Marvel Ultimate
Oh,
Alliance.
Those were good games.
Those were excellent games.
Those were great.
Oh my god, I used to love those. Deadpool. Oh my god, that was
Oh yeah.
Dude, my son
That
was
shit was-
Deadpool. I
that
said,
was so
"No,
stupid, but I actually had fun playing it.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was good.
Anyway,
You know, Anthony wants to play some Minecraft.
of course he
You guys
does.
Making me feel I need to buy every game on the PS4 and bet versus Anthony in the
Last man. I'm gonna RKO his ass right to the mat. He ain't gonna stand a chance. All you
gonna
gotta
catch
do is 1, 2, 3. It's over. You don't want none of this.
Oh man.
He used to play them Braun penny matches anyway.
Scared of fighting.
He has been
Oh,
saying.
That's
man.
because he can't. He can't. That's because the Mr. Stadia 100 can't try any other cloud service. The man that says he's all about PlayStation and the Mr. King of content, the only game system I ever see him playing is Stadia. So of course he is not going to divulge himself into trying any other cloud-based service. Considering he's all about technology, why not try it out? What the hell is it going? Is it going to really kill you? Are you going to die if you tried PlayStation Now, or if you try Xbox Cloud Gaming or GeForce Now? No, you're just a big old baby. You probably just need to put your big boy britches on and try the system out.
I know, and I'm the guy that tucked your mama in last night, so be quiet.
I'm just saying, Mr. Urban World, you ain't never going to be able to face him in any of those games because Mr. King of Content can't actually step up to the plate.
How many? Anthony,
and try
how many games,
another service.
How many games you got on Stadia, man? Because I got
Probably got every single one of them.
I got 115.
I got well, I'm not going to divulge how many I have, but I'm pushing up to 140.
I think I have 140. I think I'm at 140, 145, 146.
Okay.
With Stadia.
But I'm also the guy that goes out and buys a game on Ubisoft when it's on sale, even though I'm paying $15 a month for the same thing. And I just buy it because it's on sale. I'm just saying, like, you have 7 days to try. You could try PlayStation Now, but I'm trying to understand why you're so afraid of technology, because you claim you aren't. You tell me you were a Sony fan. You tell me you love technology.
PlayStation Now has old games. You don't want to play old.
That's a BS excuse. That's what a little kid says when they don't want to do something. That's all it is you're just afraid because you can't man up and actually try to beat somebody in one of those games. It's free. FREE, free for 7 days. Try it out.
I caught him playing Scott Pilgrim. And that's an old game.
I'm calling you out. If you play it, I'm just telling you. I tell you what. If you put your money where your mouth is and actually grow a pair and put your big boy pants on, play it, try out PS Now, I will drop a $300 super chat to you. But I know that's not going to happen because you ain't manning enough plate. Mr. Keeping It Real, Mr. King of Content. The only king of content you are is Stadia 100 in podcasts.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
How we get
So
here?
unless you can counter that, which I know you can't because you don't play any other cloud services, so there's no countering it. But I know I'll see a comment in there. Squid, I knew Squid would be on that. $300, huh? But I'm proving. I'm dropping a point here that I know he's not going to say anything. He probably already left, and even if he's still in the chat, he ain't going to try that service out. I can guarantee you.
Damn.
Oh man, I'll try PS Now.
Hey, $300, man. $300 to get you. $300, you know, that'll get you an Xbox.
But it's not going to happen though.
Yes.
He'll say it, but he'll say it on stream that he'll try it out, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't work. I can't get it to work.
Okay,
because he's all talk.
Don't anger Vet, or you might make $300.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
There it is.
I know, right?
Yeah,
look at this.
Look at that, right?
Look at that view.
You guys want to look some nice pictures on Instagram by Mr. Who's that guy?
I don't know. I feel like I should know that name.
Hideo Kojima. You just shared randomly a photo on Instagram that took my attention for some reason. Can you guys see? It's a nice rainbow. What's at the end of that rainbow?
Bro, was that Photoshop, man? Because how in the hell you got a rainbow going right up, like hitting that Sony building, man? Come on now. that was photo.
Because that's where the pot of gold is, right over at Sony.
Right.
Somebody knows what's up.
I took that screenshot 2 days ago, yesterday, so that's a photo from 2 days ago. Hideo Kojima just randomly, without a quote, posed that on his Instagram of a nice photo of the skyline with a rainbow, and there's a Sony building in the corner. What is going on with this?
Man, who knows? It's all mystery with him.
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima has some really, really good relations with Sony. So
Death Stranding 2.
That I need to try the first one. I heard a lot of. I look at it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it, but I keep hearing good stuff about it.
I
think I already get anger Vet by making changes to the server. LOL. He hasn't responded to any messages.
I've been busy.
Streams a lot, man. He streams a lot. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
He streams a lot.
I barely talk to anybody.
What?
He's
still in the building. Oh,
because he got both prototypes. Oh man, well now why you want to see?
See,
let me tell you about him. He's one of those Star Wars kids.
Look! I just told you.
You ever see that?
You know damn well he hurt.
Kids? They sweet. 1 minute they sweet, and then 1 minute they mean. Well, that's Anthony, man. He's a star.
You know, he heard my offer, and
don't
what's he doing?
My phone. You over here calling my phone? I'm not picking. Hey, don't be calling my phone. I'm doing my show. Don't call me, Anthony. You gotta call me. You ain't getting on. You're not getting on Cloud Station. Don't call me.
He just wants to call me out.
Yeah, he ain't get. Call me.
The ball's in your court. I mean, if you want, you can just admit defeat, so I can say checkmate, because we know that's bound to happen.
Why does this guy always take over the show? Can we ignore him? Can we just
Oh Lord, now he's calling. I can hear the.
No, you ain't getting on here. You ain't getting on. You ain't getting on. Sorry,
it's 3 against 1. This is the doctor's show. This ain't mine.
Yeah, you ain't getting on, man.
Also, in 100 Red Lobster gift card with Vet's offer. I promise if he tries PS Now. Ooh,
damn, can I just have the?
Good,
I'll take the $100 gift card myself.
Vet and Cowboy getting popcorn and drinks. You need to go. What's the name of the show again? Like Keeping It Real or
I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't brought me on there yet to try to go at me.
I'd
You
love
hop
to see
in the car
that.
and drive up
He
and go
he
kill
bigger
him.
me, you or you on there, man. Come on.
You don't want me on there. That's the thing.
Is the Cowboy scared?
I think he is. He avoided my question anyways by switching it to something about GT.
He's not answering in the chat right now.
Well, he was calling the phone. Then he was calling our Discord or guild. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man,
It's all good, Anthony. I know you're Stadia 100. You can't jump ship. It's bad for your image.
I'm trying to call you, Ray, so you can allow me to respond to Vet's nonsense. Well, you're in the chat. Respond, chat.
What nonsense? I made an offer, and you either accept or you decline.
That's what the chat room is for.
I just want to know. It's not rocket science. Accept the challenge or don't.
Doctor, take over the show, man. He's getting away with this.
Yeah, that's what he does. I'm telling you, man. He like.
Thanks, Brandon. People sub and like, and Cowboy, you need to take offer for that. I take $300. Anyway, let's move on to the last part of the news I want to look at. Creating a world with no limitations. So it kind of goes in like if you've been looking at the latest games published on PlayStation, a lot of them have accessibility. So they actually made some efforts towards accessibility for anyone with handicaps on all of the games. And even baked into the PlayStation 5 for streamers, I think it was last week we covered that if you have accessibility options, they're looking into making it possible to have your feed that has the anything adapted for you while streaming your game on whatever, Twitch or YouTube, with the regular look of the game. So having two different visuals that are streaming at the same time. So Sony is making a lot to making the games accessible for everyone according to their needs. And this is excellent. So making the games available to more people. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's great, man. Kids, with disabilities, they love games and they love movies, and just like we do, they just don't have, they just have an effect that stops them from doing it like we can do it. So to give them the, to have them play games or hear games or see games, I think it's a great thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, that's huge.
I would go nuts if I have to see, because I mean, I've seen people watch people play games and they sit at the sideline and they can't play.
And I'm gonna give Microsoft a shout out, because when they had that other controller that they made that was geared towards that, that was awesome to see that Microsoft does they do good things. That was an outstanding move on their part for that, and it was cool to see with that adaptive controller. So it's great to see the gaming industry. It's not just focused on the hardcore gamers. It's focused on everybody.
Yeah.
And Sony did it with their inside the games. As far as PS5, you can go into the accessibility and create all those things. And even with The Last of Us 2, they started doing that. They've been doing that stuff,
and it said it was in PS5, but it also included the PS4 in that article. So they were looking to make sure that they could have everybody covered.
Yeah, I had a friend when I was growing up, and he didn't have two arms, but he had the hook, and he used to watch us just play, and I felt so bad for him because he couldn't pick up a controller and play it like, how we can pick up a controller. And so now that they have certain controllers too, I know there are other people, they're making controllers and helping people that are in wheelchairs and people that can't see. I mean, this is great. This is great.
But it's like even in the PS5, if you look through the menus, like there's the accessibility option. I know it's also on the PS4, but you can actually set some standards like to zoom your screens, invert the colors, color correction, there's a bunch of stuff you can do directly from the console that goes
Well-
from game to game,
Right.
which will be saved. So you don't need to enable it in every single game.
And could you imagine if they? And I'm gonna assume that this will. Hold on. I'm gonna assume that this will also carry over to like the PSVR too. So just think with that. Just think with that for someone in a wheelchair that's unable to walk, and
Right.
now you can game, or you can go to other places and walk around or do things that you can't do in real life. I mean, that in itself is phenomenal. Like, you can adjust all these settings and start playing games like your friends do, and just hang out and be, and just do the stuff that you couldn't do before. Or if maybe you've never been able to walk, or you lost the ability to. I mean, there is so much that does so much, and people don't realize that. I have a lot of friends that are veterans that, they lost a limb, an arm, a leg, both legs. And VR it's an escape. And even the ones that of us veterans that suffer from PTSD, that VR in gaming in itself, when you have these accessibility things, that's an escape that helps you. And most people don't have any clue what the hell I'm talking about. But if you're a veteran, or you have family that suffered from PTSD or lost limbs, that is a major thing. And I've always given Sony the respect for that, because of just in general with the VR stuff, to be able to have that ability to get people to be able to play games and just escape.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, man. Nothing like seeing a kid that wants to play football but can't play football, but now you can play football in a game, or you can be a soccer player. You can emulate a player, make your own, virtual character.
And it doesn't even have to be like Madden. I remember when I had the Oculus Quest, there was a third-party developer, just an indie developer, that made a football game where you run, you can throw the football, all of these different things. And that's what I've always loved about the VR technology. Is it's not, I get it, it's a niche, but it's also can be utilized for people that really could use it. Like, it just helps people.
It's being used in therapy.
And just, yes, exactly. Therapy, that's a big thing. And to have a PlayStation, then have access to playing those games with your friends and enjoy it, it changes you. That's one thing I will always give the gaming industry their due respect for.
I agree.
Yep, I agree.
And
I'm gonna need it when I get old too.
One of the things I was talking about, like, okay, now I'm the PlayStation Now app, because it's faster to go that way. But whatever game I look at, I can actually stream, or I can view product. Okay, yeah. You can stream, or you can download.
Right.
It gives you the option. That's built into the PS5.
But and it's also the PS4 Pro. I don't know the original, but I have the PS4 Pro, and I can do it gives me that option on certain games as well.
Yep.
Which is still cool. Like, I mean, I don't download them because I'd rather play. I like to try the stuff out in the cloud.
Right.
But I mean, just to have the ability to download it and play it offline is great.
Yeah, I haven't played.
If the power goes out, or for whatever reason, then I have it on the console.
Right.
Yeah.
Just looking for this one. Okay, yeah. This one I can download because I own the game, but I can also stream it directly from there.
Nice.
Because it's on PlayStation Now. That's what I'm saying. I think that will become a norm for games that are not even on PlayStation Now in the future, which is something I want to see happen to palliate over the lack of storage in the SSD on the PS5, which is kind of a problem.
Yeah,
mobile gaming is another option for that as well.
Yeah, apparently this summer they'll have a solution. They announced, so hopefully June.
Yeah,
tell us what SSDs are compatible, and then those are going to be sold out. So
Yeah, there'll be some reason then you'll have to go to eBay and spend about $2,000 on them. Well, it's not hard for PlayStation VR to blow away Xbox. Microsoft has said from day one they don't think VR is a thing. They scrapped their Windows mixed reality stuff. I mean, they may have. I don't really know. I've always been told Microsoft doesn't kill projects, but I've seen otherwise.
Anyway, so that covers mostly the news I wanted to cover today. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to add?
I took over most of the channel.
Playoffs.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Wizards gonna win the NBA Finals, so
Whatever,
no.
man. You need to get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Nationals will come back, win the World Series, and the Capitals. Well, Washington, the Redskins will be in the Super Bowl.
It's my first stream with
Yeah,
you.
you
Thanks, Mr. Urban World. Really nice to see
This
you.
is my first stream, which is hey.
Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks, man. We're back every week on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So, CloudStationTV. Go, Cubbies, go. And we're also live on Facebook if anyone prefers Facebook, but we just can't do it, so might as well.
Yeah.
But
we're everywhere.
Yeah, let me do one announcement real quick. Hey, this Friday, catch me with the Mortal Kombat 11 tournament on the Stadia Bash Community Network, and you can win $50. Google Play gift card is the prize money. So make sure you sign up, man.
Don't worry, Anthony's not allowed in the tournament.
So other than that, where can we find you, JD?
Oh man, JD3MXP everywhere. You can catch me on the Waypoint Gaming Podcast tomorrow night. We'll be going through some stuff. It's crazy out here in these gaming streets. And just Stadia Bash Community Network Friday nights here on CloudStationTV.
Awesome. Vet, where can we find you?
You guys find me 5 days a week on the on YouTube, Stadia Vet Gaming. You can hit me up on Twitter, Stadia Vet Gaming. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I stream. Tuesdays, I'm on Rocks Review. Wednesdays, I'm on CloudStation.TV. Fridays, I'm on the SBCN at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I will actually, and I'll be live tomorrow. The 25th, I'm going to be doing a live stream for the release of Biomutant on GeForce Now. And then the 31st, I've already posted it. So May 31st, Memorial Day, I'm going to be doing a 12-hour Red Dead Online stream to just show my appreciation for those that sacrifice. So tune in. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Unless Ark is out, but then I might switch games. But right now it's still going to be. It's already scheduled for Red Dead Online.
Ninja Turtle rocks, man. New Ninja Turtle game is coming.
Yeah.
You can't even. Nobody can knock the Ninja Turtles because then they just get a permanent ban.
Oh, that's awesome. And Ray, where can we find you?
Let's see. I'm Ray3473, the gaming cyborg. I work behind the scenes of the SBCN. I do stream for the SBCN on Monday nights, 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 a.m. Eastern time. Also, you can catch me on Rock Review. You can also, I'm on Retro Rewind, and I stream Tuesdays, Amazon La Luna Zone. And then catch me here on Wednesdays with my boys, CloudStationTV.
Awesome.
Real king of content.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I'm Sebastian, aka DrSpaceman. I'm here every Wednesday nights for the CloudStationTV weekly podcast, and also every Sunday evenings, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I put it 30 minutes later. Little kid goes to bed a bit later now, or we try to put him at the bed and he resists a bit. So every Sunday I do an evening stream, and once in a while, other time in the week, if there is anything happening, I'll do an unannounced stream. And also on June 11th, I will be doing an all-day stream. Not a 24-hour thing, but I'll be streaming all day for that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart game.
See that. I'm actually looking forward to seeing you stream that.
I might have that one. Will be one of the instead of sitting on the computer, I'll actually have to have that one on the TV because that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch.
That game that show will deserve the 4K television to watch it on.
Yeah, I'll be. I booked the leave today for to be off. Great show as always. Thank you.
Did you say it was a doctor's appointment?
I remember.
Why do you need the day off? I'm gonna be sick that day all day. It's gonna be
I
bad.
remember I had this kid come to me, and he was always trying to get Cyberpunk days off when it was coming out, and he was like, "Oh, discontinued." He would try and like, "Hey, can I retract that now, man? You asked for that off, so I'm gonna give you it off."
But yeah, so that's what's coming. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, everyone in the chat. It's been amazing having you all on. A lot of you turned out. It's amazing.
Thank you.
This show is only possible thanks to you guys, especially with all the interaction happening with certain individuals of the chat.
Yeah.
Is it true for Horizon Forbidden West will drop on PS4? Yeah, it's also coming on PS4.
Yes.
Yep. That is true.
Nice.
Very true.
Yep. So, thank you very much, everyone in the chat. It's been a pleasure spending that time with you. So, without further ado, this is DrSpaceman and the lovely crew from CloudStationTV. And have a very good night. Say goodbye, everyone.
Later.
Hey guys.
Warriors. Go to State. Go